you jealous?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Hey, let's get it, bro. It's your man, I Make Mad Beats. We live here for Type Beat, producer podcast for production, engineering, anything we want to talk about, to be quite honest. My name is I Make Mad Beats. We are here at Outer Space, an unapologetic studio, and behind me is my cast.
LJ1S.
C major.
Unique, period.
Indeed. And what are we talking about today?
Man, I think we got some good ones today.
Yeah.
Of course, the back-to-back Drake. Drake on some producer shit. We talking about how would you feel if you worked on a song and once the song was released, your beat was replaced, but you're still getting credited for the song.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be interesting. And how long does it take to mix a song? So yeah, those are the three. And of course, Are we back with Underground AF this week?
I think they took a hiatus this
Okay.
I think they on spring break this week. So
Spring break. Man,
Spring break for the.
spring break is
All
real.
right.
that's what I read.
All right, man.
Shout out to the spring break.
Where are we starting, man?
Where we starting at, man?
Where we
I know y'all
starting?
got opinions, man. Don't be shy, man.
Man, where we starting?
Chris came out of nowhere with this diss, man. Period.
Yeah, I forgot
He
about
really did. He came out of nowhere, but he killed that shit though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, which one?
Chris.
Chris Brown. Ah.
Yeah, but speaking on the Drake joint, Drake wrong for putting Snoop on the AI and Tupac. He woke Snoop up out of his sleep talking about what the fuck.
I think the greatest part about the Drake joint is the Snoop and Pac AI, but in Drake, like that he was speaking in Drake, like you could clearly hear the Drake flow pattern.
Bro, that's why I was like, wait, how did he?
And so Drake is just one like he like it's like Kid Maestro and Drake like top two trolls, and I don't know which one won. Like,
Yeah.
Drake is a great troll, bro.
I feel like Drake is like the new 50.
Yeah.
Yo, for real though.
Because, you know, 50's
For
a
real.
straight.
50, yeah, I forgot
Yeah,
about
he's
50 up there
straightforward
too.
with
50
it.
top
I think Drake
too.
took this shit to another level. with
50
this.
was number one.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
definitely.
saying to him now.
For like, for
50
real.
trolling be kind of
Yeah.
that nigga gangster too. Like,
that's what
like
I'm saying.
Drake is a
For
troll,
real.
and you know he not finna do
Very
shit.
You never know with
50 really a bully. Like it's not trolling with
Like, you never
50.
know with 50. Like he'll really pull up on you.
Yeah.
With the Drake thing, man, I think it's interesting. Like I've seen a lot of people feel like, of course, some people feel it's dope, it's genius, and some people hate it and feel it's disrespectful or whatever like that.
What's a pocket?
Yeah, the Pac and the Snoop. I mean, me personally, I love it. Like it was odd at first, like hearing it,
Yeah,
but again, like it's a battle, bro. There's
Yeah.
no
Let's get it, bro.
rules.
ain't no rules in this. So
It's-
for Drake to use AI current technology and like where we're going with the culture, it's like
I think this
Salute,
more
man.
so speak to Kendrick. Like the nigga shouldn't have had time to be sitting in the studio pondering on. That's
For
you know
real, though.
you know how that shit happened. Like you know he wasn't planning to do that, bro. He probably sitting in the studio with 40 and they joking like, damn, what if we get Pac and whoever to come, and then Drake was like, you know what?
Shit, my
Yeah, load up
man,
some do that shit. Like,
period.
nigga shouldn't have had time to do that, bro. Kendrick should have been on his ass. That he should have been back in the studio writing real rap. Like this is some like. Now this nigga just playing, bro. This is Kendrick, bro. This is Kendrick Lamar, bro. And you just got time to like play around. Like that's that's ridiculous.
It also makes me think too, possibly when Metro and them dropped that song, like maybe Kendrick wasn't aware that was going to drop that. Because I think about the fact that they dropped another project like the week later and it had Cole. And Cole like, bro, that's an old verse, you know. Cole, people in his couch like, that's an old verse. We ain't in, you know. So it made me think like maybe Kendrick wasn't even aware that
It
this was
don't
about to
matter.
drop.
It don't matter if he knew it not. Once he heard Drake, once he
It's over
heard
with.
the inklings of Drake dropping, bro, that nigga should have been in the studio. You are a rapper, bro. You are a professional rapper. This
Hey,
is
you over there doing fashion
in the
week.
lab,
No,
nigga.
big facts, big facts.
That's real though. That's very real.
Man,
This nigga Drake over here twiddling his thumbs.
bro.
Getting his hair
got
braided.
time, man. I love it. Like it was very shocking to when I heard that. But again, like I said, it's a battle, and this is what you have. Why not? Like I just think it's funny as fuck.
Yeah, I feel like this is like really. I don't know. I mean, maybe you have to reach back and go to past hip hop, but I feel like Drake is one, and like he's for real. Thanos. I feel like the first diss, it was already like that, but I'm not sure if Kendrick. Even if Kendrick do something hard,
Bro.
this nigga got Snoop and
I
Pac.
can't, like-
It's like if you do a hard verse, I feel like Drake done already won, bro. I don't know.
For
Maybe,
real, for
but
real.
shit, that's the whole part of it. Like
The
niggas
fact that I almost thought it was Snoop, and I was
That would be
finna tip
crazy.
my hat to Snoop, like, okay, brother, you came a long way. I got bars now,
Man.
but you know,
Snoop will
not
lose
saying
a
you
lot
ain't
of
been had
love.
bars.
That would be
I ain't
crazy
just
if
saying
Snoop
He will
that
lose a
lose
though.
lot of
shit
love
like
in LA.
No,
He
for
did.
real. But
He will lose a lot of love, man. I don't know. This is, and I think another. At first, just I felt the original, like the OG of me, like hating it, wanted to hate on it, because I'm like, nah, bro, this ain't this.
You know,
But like now, I'm like, as an artist, as a creative, I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, this is
Bro,
fire.
if this is what Kendrick could do, ain't no way he gonna get Pac. I don't know. I still think Pac living. So that would be crazy.
Big facts.
No,
I still think Pac alive. If I'm being
Big
honest, that would be
facts.
crazy.
Bro.
But even if he just got Snoop on the joint, and then to really be like, nah, that shit was disrespectful as hell, and then they both go, now that would be hard.
okay.
That would be
Yeah.
hard. Like get the real Snoop on your shit, and Snoop go with Drake and be like, bro, come on now, let me putting me in this shit. Or even if he don't like diss Drake, if he just do like, don't put me in this shit,
Yeah.
like just like a
One
quick
line,
line. Yeah, that would be
yeah.
hard. That would
Nah, man.
Kendrick might could come back.
Nah,
That nigga a professional rapper, maybe
Bro,
he can.
only thing he can do is kidnap Drake's mom or some shit now. Like,
Or Mr. Dennis.
We
Dang.
taking it real.
hey, look, bro, after you get the big homie on, like,
crazy.
it's like, bro, you gotta, all
You gotta
gloves
come
off
down
now,
to
bro.
Memphis. You gotta come
Gloves
down to
off.
Memphis and get Drake pops.
You gotta, hey, it is what it is.
Man, I'm like, I guess when I'm listening, you know what I've been realizing though, man, is like I feel like a lot of what's being said and done here is going over people's heads. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, like there's like the classic like, I fucked your bitch, right?
Big facts.
That, I mean, that's just like it's an automatic for simple minds. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like what's happening on this side of rap now is we're watching some of the more cerebral rappers battle.
Yeah.
And their battles aren't with guns or swords. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like their lines have 2 and 3 and 4 meanings.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I think where a lot of people are looking for the kind of onslaught slaughter that we've got from, Eazy-E versus Dre, or
no Vaseline.
absolutely Ice Cube and all of them boys. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think people are realizing like, I think a lot of these lines are going over people's heads. A lot of people think, like for example, one line, you know what I'm saying, that I felt like nobody really caught was when Drake said, I be with some bodyguards like Whitney. You know what I'm saying? And he was talking about Top, and then he followed that talking about Top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And how you better give him push-ups. I don't think many people realized like, I be with some bodyguards like Whitney. I don't think that people realize that was Drake saying, I'm going to mention your wife in my diss song. People just saw the bodyguard Whitney Houston thing. I don't think people really realized what he was saying was, I'll let the rest,
Right. Yeah.
I'll let the rest of you people who didn't catch that go and do your research.
Yeah.
But I just feel like a lot of, like, because these guys are like really doing double and triple and quadruple entendres here, I feel like a lot of that is like not, and I feel like a lot of people are just like, Drake, just say you fucked this bitch. And it's just like, but that's not who these guys are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
Like,
facts.
and that's why like, there's levels to this, you know what I'm saying? And levels doesn't always mean one level is greater than the other, but it does mean that there are different approaches. And so you have like a classic, like, I fucked your bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Your wife, you fat motherfucker.
Yeah. There is that classic approach to it, right? And I feel like a simpler population just wants that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But then I think that there's like, I think these are rappers who take pride in being clever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what these guys are doing, But I say all that to say, like, I wasn't really feeling the Kendrick joint or the J. Cole joint. You know what I'm saying? The first one I actually felt was the Drake joint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's because if you really listen to what he's saying, Drake is Jay-Z and these people.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is like Drake is saying, he's saying enough simple shit for simple people to feel like he's saying something.
Yeah.
And then he's saying enough cerebral stuff to where if you actually think about it, you're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
this nigga really, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Nah, it's niggas on Twitter like going in on the bars like and really like and that's
Breaking that
like,
shit down.
like it's really personal like on some Drake shit like what y'all was saying like Drake would talk about some shit that only you and the nigga know about.
That's
Like
right.
the
That's
Big in
right.
Japan line got some shit to do with Future and the girl that they was
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I think a lot of this is going over people's heads, and so people are just looking for that Ice Cube, like, I fucked your bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, or I'll fight you, or I got guns.
Yeah.
Don't catch
Yeah.
me.
I got more money than you, I got guns.
When I see you, it's on.
Yeah,
like,
this definitely ain't that.
Yeah, like that's a very.
Well,
Yeah.
that's like you saying. That's the thing though. With Drake, it's that and it's like like that's why this
Exactly.
nigga is
Yeah.
Thanos, bro.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
'cause, like, bro, how many times have you listened to this jump, man? Like I've been hearing you. How many times have y'all bumped this? It's a bumping song, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
this shit is on iTunes. Like I'm finna go spend like
On
in
the
a real-
radio
yeah,
type
like
shit.
this nigga really and he still got like double, triple untouched like bars that I'm gonna catch years from now and be like, oh shit,
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
That's it. I'm still
Yeah.
catching it. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
And it just let me know, like, bruh, like I don't think people are catching all of this.
Yeah. Nah.
Like, I think people are just hearing the like, hey, you're short.
right.
Pipsqueak, pipe down. You have a bad record deal with Top.
Shut your ass
Like,
up,
that's
Drake
it.
makes
That's it. I
sense.
think that's
Right.
all
About
people
all
are
this
catching.
shit.
I don't think people are
For
catching
real.
everything else.
The
Like,
real, yeah.
yeah, like, and so it just makes me think like, but at the same time, like, and this is where I just kind of let it live. It's like, I'm pretty sure I've listened to more rap than 97% of the world's population. So it's like I understand the range of which rap is presented and appreciate so many different kinds of rap. You know what I'm saying? Like I know a lot of like people from my era don't listen to Travis' latest album. I did. You know what I'm saying? Like I know so much rap to where it's just like, all right, cool. Like I can understand what people from specific parts of rap are doing
Yeah.
Right.
and how that's different and important. It doesn't make it less valuable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel like it's been so long since, a beef of this, caliber has been, I just feel like people are expecting gangsters. And these guys aren't gangsters.
And that's
Yeah.
what was killing me. Like even with when Cole apologized and stuff, people was like, "Yeah, man," because when it comes to rap beef, it's this. I'm like, bro, first off, their fan base are not niggas that's doing life sentences and shit. Like their fan bases are niggas that just love music, love bars, stuff like that. I'm like, so you're not going to get them like pulling up and killing. Like, bro, this is not Big and Pop. This is not that type of energy, bro. These are legit like lyrical, artists. They're not. Well, of course they got hitters with them, whatever, but they not just
Yeah, Drake can
on some
definitely
like yeah,
But this ain't
exactly.
that's not where this would go.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. These niggas actually care about their careers, their lives, their family. Like this ain't on some. If I see you in the street, this is up. Like,
This ain't Jeezy and Gucci, bro.
bro, right?
No,
like,
big fact.
That's what I'm saying.
Big fact.
when people were talking to me about like, man, nah, when a rap beef, it gets violent. I'm like, bro, these niggas have never been violent. Why do you think this
No
will
kind
become
of bodies
violent?
on
Like, come
their
bro,
record.
this ain't
No
that.
nothing.
Again,
Ain't never
man.
been locked up.
It's just, I don't know, bro. I just feel like years from now, people are going to look back at this beat differently. I also feel like 10 years from now, people are going to look back at how J. Cole bowed out differently.
Man.
Bro.
I feel like
Yeah,
That
so
part.
the consensus is like people fucking with it, right? Like that's the majority of the consensus.
Well,
Nah,
J. Cole-
most of it I seen is niggas not
Niggas not
fucking.
fucking. I've seen both. I've been seeing a whole lot of niggas fucking. with it.
Yeah, I've seen both because I've definitely had to like go off on a few niggas. They were like, "Nah, man, he's mature."
they
this-
are-
I'm like, "Bro, shut your bitch."
If they are accepting it, it's because of the point that Neem had made about it being a more acceptable thing to be more masculine and sensitive at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, I think, well, first, again, I just want to preface it by saying J. Cole is not a gangster. None of these dudes are
None
gangsters,
of them.
you know what I'm saying?
None of them.
No,
That's number one. You know what I'm saying? Number two, man, I do feel like we're in an era. It's not even about the era we're in as much as it is about the era we're gonna be in, right? Like the trajectory would suggest that 10 years from now, right? Like fighting and beef and all these things are gonna be looked at dramatically different, and people are gonna praise
Yeah.
J. Cole for bowing out in the face of this pressure. More than they are right now. I think people are going to look at him, honestly, let's be real. I feel like it's not the same, and don't hold me to this. You know what I'm saying? But it's eerily similar to like the way Dr. King spoke peace, 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 peace. And Malcolm was like, nah, let's get it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. And at the time it was this.
Yeah.
But 50 years later, King is up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Damn, bro.
so it's like, you know, and let me be clear, I'm a Malcolm guy. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. I'm
But
on this side.
I'm just talking about how the world is looking at this. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on this side, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
so.
10, 20 years down the line, I'm sick of like, Cole, you a bitch for that. Like,
that was
bro.
crazy.
And, you know, especially knowing that like none of like it's different if he was battling a nigga that's like really on some like, nah, nigga, it's up when I see you. Like none of these people are that. Like y'all are friends, bro. So what made you feel like? Your life was threatened or something. Like, when we got on stage talk, some niggas was ready to see blood. I'm like,
Nah,
come on,
niggas
bro.
already done that,
Come on, bro. Like, chill out.
Nah, that shit was just whack, bro. We discussed
Yeah,
it.
like,
Nigga, shit was whack.
it's all right.
I
but-
see. I understand, but it was still wet.
Nah, shit, just
The cold joint?
Yeah, bro, that shit.
yeah.
I understand,
Yes.
but it was still wet.
We got a comment from Thailand. Have y'all already spoke on what you do if somebody told you shut your whole ass up and make some drums? yeah. I actually posted about that, Thailand. You didn't see it?
Yeah.
know
I
what
posted
do.
about it. You know what I'm saying? I posted on Facebook. I was like, because as a producer, I've never had a rapper just diss a producer like that,
Like
and
that
to where
was-
I had to contemplate, like, damn, what if somebody told me that? What you doing, man? Like,
What you
know what I'm
say?
saying?
What you doing?
what am I doing?
Yeah, what you say? I didn't see you.
Bro, let me tell y'all this right now, bro. Let me tell y'all this right now.
How you gonna do
And this
that?
coming from a dude that has made some drums. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all this right now. Like hearing Drake say that was a myriad of cerebral responses because like, man, like one of the things producers is most proud of is what I do. Right? Because if somebody was like, yo, Matt, make some drums, I'm gonna be like, yo, let's get it, bro. Hold on. I would be like, yo, you asking me to make drums because you know I do this.
Yes,
You know what I'm
yes,
saying? You know
yes.
I'm on it like this. But then when you add the shut your whole ass up and make some drums, it's like,
This shit is
damn,
crazy.
bro, like I enjoy making drums, bro. Like
Crazy.
I gotta be, you know what I'm saying?
And then end
But-
up changing the next album up. We trust you now.
Yeah, but then, you know, then I was like, damn, dog. But I'm not gonna not make drums just because this nigga told me to shut my whole ass up and make some drums.
I'm
I
not
love
finna
making
not
drums.
do this.
nigga.
You gonna
You know
do what
what
the
I'm
nigga told me to
saying? Yeah. But then I was just like, you know what, man, fuck that. I'm just gonna diss this nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You
I would
get
write
on
the
the mic?
verse. Man, absolutely.
gotta drop the verse.
I'll take you, nigga. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know if I get on the mic.
I'll get on the mic, bro.
I'm dropping the drum pack, bro, instantly.
I mean, I'm doing that too.
I'm dropping the drum pack instantly.
I'm doing that too, bro. I'm doing that as well.
I'm getting
You know what saying?
paid, nigga.
I'm doing all of it. I'm doing all of it. I'm
you
dropping the drum
talking
pack. Mad drums volume. You know what I'm saying?
Shut your whole ass up, make some drums.
That's the name of the joint. Whole ass drums. Nigga, that's going flat, nigga.
Hey, we missed
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that. We should have did that whole ass.
I'm dropping that, bro.
And
I'm
I
dropping
might throw some like secret like layers in them. Like I might do some shit. Like I might get a clip of his mama saying some shit on one of the
Got
packs.
to,
or
got
something.
to.
I do some Drake shit on there, on the under like
See?
you know.
Hold
what
on,
I'm saying?
hold on, bro. Hold on.
Period.
Don't be too cerebral. People are gonna be thinking you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be too clever. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
For
that's
real.
hard though. Drop some drum packs and then literally it'd be kick, snare, hi-hat, all these drums, and it don't be none of that. It'd be like you a bitch.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
Shut your-
boom, boom,
yeah,
boom.
shut your
Yo, that's
ass up.
that, my G, is genius.
That's how you go.
That's your Metro. We got an idea for you,
Come holler
bro.
at us.
Let's go.
Real
That's
talk.
genius,
Nah,
bro.
that's fire.
Yeah.
I fuck with
All
that.
right, so now we know if anybody ever produced, diss any one of the producers,
We know exactly where you got that idea
That's what
from.
we know. Damn, shut your whole ass
Absolutely.
up.
Yo, Metro, hit us, bro. We got an idea.
He
for
can
you,
send
my
the
G.
invoice.
Somebody
bro.
tag me
Please,
Metro,
Drake,
bro.
please diss me.
I feel
bro.
like
Period.
that
Turn me
diss
up.
was worse than like when
He said, please this.
turn me up, bro. And we could drop
him
an album
doing
together.
that,
afterwards.
him doing that, I feel like it hit more than when Pusha T went out to 40, because like 40, that was some real life shit. Like
40 when
Hold on, you think that Drake
I'm saying-
Metro was worse than
I'm saying
than what
this in a
Pusha said
sense-
about 40?
I'm saying this in a sense on some producer shit. Like Because
That shit was disrespectful.
no, it was. But
This
I'm saying
nigga-
he's dealing with real life. Like,
Pusha talk about.
yeah,
Okay,
right,
hold on, let me let you finish.
What
my
I'm
fault.
saying is on some like producer shit, like I'm saying on some producer shit like that actually have you think like, damn, do I make beats anymore?
Yeah.
Like this nigga dealing with real life, yes, but other people deal with real life shit. You as a producer, you get disrespected for what
So-
you do.
So you really thinking this, bro? This nigga said, "Yo, producer about to die."
I'm saying it's worse on some like
This
I'm a
nigga
producer. How do I respond?
It's crazy. And 40 really, like,
He kind of went in.
that was
That
crazy.
was-
I felt like that was. That,
I felt like he
anything
crossed
was
the
too
line.
far. That was too
I feel like he
far.
crossed the line.
Right.
You talking, and I'm gonna be real. I feel like, I mean, I have my own issues
Yeah,
now.
that's
You know what I'm
very
saying?
personal.
But this was before that,
Yeah.
and even before that, I was like, damn, you going into my man like
Personal shit.
like,
yeah.
They ain't got
like
shit to do with
neurological
nothing.
disease, bro.
Well,
That's
apparently,
crazy. Like,
well, yeah, never mind. The nigga didn't, supposedly ain't got shit to do with it.
Yeah.
And that was crazy.
Shut your whole ass
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Make
My
some
man
drama.
Lee Mar said a producer ain't never got this hard. I mean, with the exception of 40, but it wasn't necessarily.
You know, 40. Put an asterisk by this.
Yeah. I don't know, 40.
Yeah, he just
That was crazy.
He just
But you know what though? But you know when Pusha T dissed 40, at first I was like, damn, bro, you gotta cross the line with that. You know what I'm saying? But then it made me think back to like Pac. When Pac was like coming at Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
And Pac was like, ain't you two little niggas, ain't y'all got sickle cell? Y'all better go home.
Yeah, but it's my like that's the
That
thing.
shit was
It's Mobb
wild,
Deep.
for
Them
real.
some like
Mobb Deep
I just
was
really feel like 40 is not in a position to
Yeah.
to fend for himself. It's like you like Mobb Deep can take that shit. Like them some real gangsta ass niggas. You talking about 40 is like the most beloved nigga in producer culture, bro.
That's facts.
Nah, I agree, but I'm just saying, on some as a producer, now you sit down every time you make a beat, you got this nigga lined up, shit your whole ass down and make some drums. You like, damn, do I start
Bro, his
drums
comments
on
is
it?
bro. Metro comments is not the same, bro. Everything he's posted since then has been such a whole ass. That's really the most disrespectful part. Is like regular niggas is finna like.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, like if you just take them word for word, like you talk about Pusha T talking about your man and he got a neurological disease, right? And then the other one is just shut your whole ass up and make some drums, right? On paper, it looks like those two can never be equated. Like one is just dramatically worse than the other one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The thing that makes the Drake joint so bad is how dismissive it sounds.
Yeah.
It sounds like he just
Slam in the
remembered. Oh yeah, Metro, shut your whole ass up. Like,
You are nothing that nigga in this
I almost
conversation.
forget.
yeah, like, anyway, nigga, like,
Right, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, yeah.
Not everybody had multiple bars too.
right.
He went back to certain niggas.
like,
Shut your whole
shut up, Metro.
That's crazy.
Boy.
Man, Metro, that's facts though. I'm never gonna think of Metro ever
Yeah.
again and not think of hoe ass
Hoe
making
ass
drums.
Drake.
bro. I'm gonna be Metro.
Crazy.
And I'm gonna be clear. I'm a Metro
Say
fan.
this shit to him.
Hey, bro, you wanna start the drums?
I'm a Metro fan, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, I love Metro.
Metro.
Yeah, I fuck with
with
Metro.
him, though,
I fuck
for
with Metro.
real.
I fuck with how much Metro fuck with this city.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but damn, bro.
Damn, bro. What can you do?
Yeah.
Look, we got your
Got
your
your
rebuttal
pack,
ready, bro. Just come out.
Yeah, Metro, holler at us,
get
man.
it,
We
bro.
got you straight. You know what I'm
Volume
saying?
1.
We got a question. How would damn, bro? What? Some random. Why is that even there? You see that it's just stuck there? Okay, let me just scroll up and down because this is
Bro,
crazy.
that's crazy. It's there.
Yeah, it's been there for a minute, though.
How would y'all feel if you had someone on your team who liable to impulsively diss random rappers like Kendrick does? Damn.
We sneak through.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
We sneak through.
how would we feel now? Is that what you?
You talk about the situation.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I'm gonna skip over that question. Shout out. You know what I'm saying? Lee says, I'm making. Man, what is wrong with this job, bro? I'm making whack ass beats around his vocals. Damn, that's tough. That's how you respond to that?
Damn.
Interesting. I just could never make the whack ass beats.
I can't.
Nah.
I would probably.
I would try and fail.
Yeah.
You seen a nigga try to shoot, bro? This is completely off subject, but I was watching. I think you posted this, man. The nigga was shooting the white dude. He was shooting free throws. He was telling the camp of kids how to practice. He's like, I wake up every morning, I practice, and I shoot free throws, I hit, and if I miss, I write down where I missed and how bad it was. And he tried to miss. That motherfucker went coming. My nigga couldn't miss, bro.
Automatic.
He was trying to teach the kids how to miss. Nigga could not miss, bro. He tried like 3 times.
Dude is crazy. He could not miss.
Damn.
He could not miss, bro.
Yeah, he making
Yeah, so to quote Pac, accurately, don't one of y'all little niggas got sickle cell or something, fuck around with me, you have a seizure or a heart attack.
Damn.
Yeah, that's Pac.
That's-
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Damn.
Now Drake gonna have these
was
rappers
disrespectful.
thinking they can talk to producers any type of way.
Yeah,
That's
And
facts,
can't.
bro.
Hey.
The producer delegation, we gotta have a way to come back on these niggas, bro.
Man,
Union.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta figure it out. Yeah, man. That's facts. You know what I'm saying?
Metro finna have to smack a nigga to make an example. So somebody in real life is gonna
Bro,
tell
'cause
them
this-
Smack him with them
shut your ass.
drums.
this man had the drum line come to the club.
Yeah.
Bro, what?
Yo, that shit was wild. When I saw the video, now I was like, yo, that's Big
Drake-
Petty.
Drake
That's some,
next level.
Tyler
that's some
says-
50 Ja Rule shit.
Tyler
He-
says, I gotta do a YouTube deep dive because apparently niggas genuinely hate Drake. That's true, bro.
No,
That's
yeah.
true. I have never, and I posted about this on Twitter the other day, and I was just looking around and I was just thinking to myself, like, bro, I don't think I've ever seen a rapper more hated than Drake.
Oh, yeah.
Ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of that is not, it's kind of like LeBron, where it's like, it's not just that people hate LeBron, it's that LeBron is so visible that there's just more people to hate him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the same way with Drake, where it's like, I don't think I've ever, like even when I think about rappers who can be compared to him commercially success, like, is Eminem hated as much as Drake?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because Eminem
Logic.
But that's the
But nah, I mean, if you go to Pakistan and say, yo, you ever heard of Logic? They're gonna be like, no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you go there and say you heard of Snoop, Drake, Eminem,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like,
top
yeah.
niggas Drake.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I can super see why though. Like,
see it, bro.
on multiple fronts. Drake, like we just said, Drake is a troll, like a motherfucker. Drake is sometimes a bully, but also the nigga's good as fuck. Like,
He's
and,
great
and
at what he does.
But
makes-
it's not just that. It's 9 times out of 10 the stories that we hear. Drake is out here fucking these niggas bitches. Like,
Yeah, and I feel like that's like I feel like
that's-
on some like Diddy kink shit. I feel like that's a kink of his. Like if you got something that he won't, like I feel like that's like I need that. Like you really gotta watch your like whatever
Yeah,
around this
for
nigga,
real,
bro.
like-
And the nigga really can go get like the man
Exactly,
really can
that's what
get.
I'm saying.
I
So
feel like that's
why a
why
lot of
niggas hate him so
hate
much.
him.
He really can go get that shit. Like you know.
he probably did to a lot of them.
And is that what happened with Bobby Alto? That's crazy.
Bro,
She was in this nigga. That was in Memphis too. That was
Yeah.
crazy.
it was?
They,
That was in the
they
forum.
interviewed each other
Yeah.
in the bed.
in the
That's
forum.
crazy.
That's
But
crazy.
yeah, man.
I remember
And
that
then she got the
interview.
divorce.
It's sipping the
Right,
you know whatever. it is,
I didn't know
you
that was in
what I'm
Memphis though, but now
Yeah.
the Drake effect, bro.
That was at the forum.
Yeah, I was
right?
at the forum, huh?
Yeah, I
He
didn't
spent
know.
like a month or something at the forum getting ready for a tour, and then didn't perform here 3 times. But we ain't gotta talk about that.
Right, that nigga, bro.
Oh, Tyler says Eminem was catching heat for being white. It seems like niggas genuinely are disgusted with Drake's action. This is not general hate. I agree, bro. I think Drake is the most hated rapper ever, which is evidence that he is Thanos.
Yeah, yeah, and bro, this I feel like that's what make these. This is so crazy because like this is really like 40 on 1. Like he really, we heard like beats.
Bro.
We heard the Meek joint. It's normally like one joint. This nigga really like, all right, fuck all that. Stand on that. Like who did this nigga have a song with now? Like who fucks
Bro.
with him, bro? The Future, this nigga got hits on hits with Future, bro, and that shit will never happen again, bro. That's
Right.
really another crazy part of it too. Like a lot of the. Like niggas was joking, like Khaled ain't never dropping another album
Nah,
again.
facts.
Like a
Facts,
lot of the
bro.
good music is like not.
It's
finna
just gonna
happen.
be a Drake project. That's it.
Marie says, damn it, man. Drake be like, I ain't got nothing else to do but take your girl. Damn.
I feel like that's what he is for real.
Nigga done bought everything.
That's why,
Yeah,
bro.
for real.
He bought everything he ever wanted. now he just want everybody.
That's it. I just
That-
want
that's
what you got.
crazy.
Damn, dog.
I feel like that's partially why a lot of niggas hate him. Cause he really can do that.
Damn. Light skin delegation is out here today, bro. You know
Oh my god.
On the move, man.
what I'm saying? Big shout out to C Mage,
Yeah,
35.
come on, bro.
Gabby, in the
we
building,
up.
right?
We
Big
up.
shout out
Gabby here
Gabby,
too. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all up.
Yeah,
Jackson
yeah.
underwear. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Big shout out Jackson.
Period.
My G
Period.
Jackson, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Man, well, damn. I mean, I think, you know, it's interesting. We talking about these beefs, man, but like, and I'm not saying now is the time to do it, but I really want to get into these bars. Like, I really want to get into like these, specifically these bars where I feel like people aren't catching them.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people just hear the pipsqueak, the you know, the more basic stuff. Just like that Kendrick joint, like, you know, Big 3. It's just Big Me. Like, yeah, that's like the one that they pulled the beat out from.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
but
but it
you know
was
what I'm
so
saying?
many
But
layers.
Yeah.
Nah,
yeah,
but
like,
I feel like that's why, bro. He really went.
my bad.
Now you good.
My bad. Hold on, bro. I just see my G Calvin Barnes just said, "We up."
Cali
Big
Keys.
shout out my man Cali Keys. Light Skin delegation is
Cali
up right
Keys,
now.
what up, bro?
Light Skins is up, man. We see
up,
y'all.
dog.
We
Come
respect
on,
y'all
man.
for
Squint
now,
your
man.
eyes and squint your eyes in honor of, you know what I'm saying?
Squint your eyes.
Somewhere kids squinting right now.
Yeah, you know, kid out here like,
Shout out Kid, my nigga on the way to Coachella too. We gotta shout that
Period.
out.
yeah, big shout out Kid Maestro,
Facts,
man. I
facts.
told him to be safe out here, bro, because light skins might do anything
Yeah,
today, man. And it's 420.
Ooh, yeah. It's the holiday.
Yeah, man. Light skins is turning into Zach Randolph. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it, bro. Well, shit, man. What we got up next, LJ?
Yeah. Well, first, I guess we still didn't answer that. So, how do y'all feel about the AI approach in general?
Okay, yeah.
I feel like this is a turning point
Yeah.
in how people can see this being used in a like practical way. I don't know if this didn't like a lot of times niggas, bro. Elo has been doing some shit with AI that has me like scared. Like the shit is like demonic, bro.
For real,
But this,
for real.
I think this is like a more like, all right, this is how I see it. Like
Yeah,
this is like a cool. I'm super cool with it. I thought it was funny. I thought it was brilliant, bro.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. I think like the OG, the unk in me initially was like, bro, what the fuck is this? But like I love it, man, just because I think Mad said just like this is changing the narrative of like rap beef in a sense and how you can respond to it. Because again, like this, I feel like this is one of the first times we've seen like this is a more lyrical. These are just rappers. These not like street niggas. This ain't on some like they finna pull up and just start airing out the block. Like they're rappers and they're creative. So for Drake to be one to troll but be creative at it and go this direction, bro, I love it. It's entertaining.
I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it, to be honest. Like, just the whole creativeness of it, the competition of it. Like, I'm praying it don't get farther than, you know, rap competition. But I'm just excited to see, like, you know.
If we lose Drake and Kendrick,
Bro,
Bro.
that was nah, bro.
I
That
don't want
was
to
crazy.
take that. My fault.
Yeah, please.
But see,
But,
oh no,
yeah.
let's
Yeah,
Yeah,
facts.
for real, though.
All the way. All the way.
That was crazy. I'm just out of pocket together right now.
But I am excited to see what comes of this in the music. I definitely am excited about that. So shout out.
Yeah, I don't think we have any. I don't think it feels like a realistic concern to be concerned about violence between K-Dot, Drake, and Cole.
Yeah.
You know, meanwhile, with this Chris Brown shit,
Bro.
right?
Yeah.
Now, we talked about crossing lines. When my G said, you know,
feel
take
Jamaican
off, but they wish it was you type shit.
Bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That was
That was some,
Yeah.
that was some
Yeah.
Pac,
Crazy.
that was some Pac level shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that
From
was like, I
R&B
really
niggas.
want you niggas to be
Yeah.
dead type shit.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
He
shit.
said to Quavo that people wish that it was Quavo instead of Takeoff who died.
Yeah.
But all right, no, we got-
Hey,
that's crazy. But the nigga not lying.
no, but
Yeah,
that's
I'm sorry, instead of Takeoff. How did I think I misstated it.
no. It was taken.
They wish it was Quavo.
Yeah, they wish it was Quavo. Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I think
That's crazy.
that's a crazy statement, but I think what really caught me off guard was the fact that Chris Brown is an R&B nigga He just like, nah, nigga. He was like,
He rapped that shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But he rapped before. Chris has rapped
he-
before.
I mean,
Yeah.
but it don't be
rap.
it be like R&B rap. It be like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Exactly. Nah, he really like barred out and was on some like nigga blood. This like,
He barred out on Look at Me Now too.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
that was
is
cute,
just
bro.
different,
Like, Look at Me Now was like
this
a
is
cute
different.
song.
Like, like Chris
Okay.
Brown is known as an R&B nigga. Like, yeah, we know
Facts.
he's known as an R&B nigga that can rap. But like for him to like diss you on some rap shit and like
Yeah.
say that line, like,
I don't look
that's-
at Chris Brown as an R&B nigga with rap. To me, Chris Brown is the angriest R&B nigga I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He can rap because he's mad. You know what I'm saying? That's an angry nigga. You know what I'm saying? This nigga be like, I don't get my fucking red cup. He's gonna put a hole in the wall. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's just a mad nigga. It's crazy to be that rich and be that mad.
Have been that rich for so long.
Yeah, the nigga been rich since he was 4. Like,
Yeah.
damn. And that
Yo.
nigga mad as hell. Like, damn.
He ain't got no real problem. Just upset. Damn.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Anger is 95% of rap.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's not rapping. He's angry. Like, it just sounds like he's
Yelling angrily.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Bro.
That's a mad nigga, bro.
If you want to be a rapper, just be angry.
Yeah, I guess. Hold on. My response to the AI jump though, before we, I want to make sure we do that topic. Man, like I think I felt like how you felt. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first heard Pac's voice,
Yeah.
I was just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? What are we doing? Type shit. You know what I'm saying? But when it was clear to me that he wasn't hiding that it was him, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that he was just using Pac's voice to essentially and strategically
Yep.
remove some of the things from the table that K-Dot could say about him. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like he 8 miled us.
Yeah.
Again, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think people are like, oh wow, he used Pac's voice. Oh wow, he used Snoop voice. But are you listening to what he said?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Are you listening to the strategy of like he's using what is this guy's virtual mentor to teach you how to diss Drake because your
Yeah.
bitch ass ain't dissing
Bro,
Drake.
like-
And
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we need you, brother. And if you don't show up, we disappointed in you. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like I'd be like, damn, that's cerebral as fuck, bro. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like imagine if somebody dissed you and used your father's voice,
Yeah.
and then was talking about like you getting a whooping in 6th
Like,
grade.
Yeah, all the shit that you
Like,
would have said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
it's
And he
like,
fucked my girl.
damn,
And I'm still
yeah.
saying to fuck the free world. He's for sure.
It's like, okay, when I saw that it wasn't just a troll of like, let me use Pac's voice, but he was using it strategically, and then he did the same with Snoop's, I was like, okay, this is quite clever.
Yep.
This is quite clever.
Same.
Yeah. But I think if I was not listening as deeply as I was listening, I would think this was corny.
Yeah. I feel that. I definitely feel that. But then like to people that was, oh my bad. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
People that were like hating it. I just found it interesting because I'm like, bro, like
out
when
Calvin,
they did
bro.
the Coachella, all that they used a Pac hologram and
Yeah.
shit. I'm like, y'all was cool with that, but this is too far. I'm
Nah,
like,
hold on. I mean, shout out to that. But hold on, bro. Like, before anybody criticizes Drake for using Pac, like Kendrick did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Butterfly, yeah,
like,
and that was tasty.
yeah,
It was
like,
cool.
Did you use the Pac AI, bro? Bro, I still. All right, let me.
Nah,
Nah,
he used pieces of
he used pieces of his interview as if it was him and him having a
Right,
conversation.
right.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, man, you use his likeness too.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I feel like it's fair game, bro. You
Yeah.
did a whole album around using his likeness.
Yeah.
Like, nah. Don't be mad just because that technology didn't exist then. Who knows what you would have had Pac saying?
Facts.
Facts. Big facts. Big
Probably have-
Nah, it's
Whole
fair
verse.
game, dog. It's a battle.
Yeah, exactly. It's a battle.
It's fair game.
Nah, this.
I'm excited about this.
Big shout out Calvin,
Shout
man.
out to hip hop.
He says, respect my light skin, bro. We up. That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, we're entering a different era of
Yeah,
just
bro.
rap beef in general. I mean, hip hop.
Yeah, we entering a lighter era. Of
That's real, bro.
rap, you feel me?
Most gangster rappers is tall,
on,
light
man.
skinned dudes.
I feel offended.
That's
Man,
crazy.
that's crazy.
Sign of the times, bro.
Man,
Yeah, man.
Kendrick, bro, where you at, fam?
Art imitating life.
Kendrick, everybody like Kendrick, get up, bro.
Bro, Big Bill. He just keep losing, bro.
Yeah.
Situate him.
That's crazy. When other people losing, it's like, hey, yo, this guy losing remind me of when Meek Mill. Let's talk about that instead. That's reoccurring loss. That's crazy.
Yeah, Meek took one of the biggest
Yeah, bro.
L's.
Like for real.
The nigga, bro, you ain't got to go into it, but the nigga exposed Drake and took the biggest L.
Right.
One of the biggest L's.
That's
in
how
rap
you
history,
know
bro.
it's bad. Like you expose this nigga and no one cares. Like
crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. When he's brought out talking about like the Ghostwriter, I thought I'm like, oh, on some hip hop, I'm like, oh, this is it.
That's how I felt about when they called out Rick Ross for being a cop. I was
yeah.
like, yo, bro, that's over for bro. And then it wasn't.
Yeah, nah.
It was not. It
Like, what
boosted
is
him up.
Nah, but I'm telling you right now, this, y'all go trip out this. The greatest diss record that should have landed but didn't is the tape on Trump. Yeah.
Oh, you talking about YG?
Nah, I'm talking about when they dropped the video of Patton of what Trump said on that bus.
Oh,
That was the greatest.
Grab
Like,
him,
we
grab
about
him
to
by the-
end this person with this, and then it didn't do
yeah,
nothing.
grab him,
Oh, you
grab
talking
him
about the pussy?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, that not.
Yeah, when they dropped that, the world
Yeah.
swore like,
Forgot about
it's
that,
over
man.
for Trump.
Nah,
Trump was
my
like,
nigga
man, I'm
flipped
straight.
that. Made a t-shirt out of
They got
Yeah.
this, they said, yo, fuck that.
Made
I'm
some
still
t-shirts.
running, and I'm gonna win.
That's
Forgot
Nigga
about
called
that.
Comfort Colors like, hey, press up
Right,
250 of these
Let's get
real
it, bro.
quick. Let's get it, bro.
Damn.
Let's grab it,
that's
bro.
Wild. Let's grab it, bro. Oh, what?
Yo, that's the end of the podcast.
Hey,
man.
hey, let's
We out.
grab it, bro.
Hey,
Let's
that's
grab it, bro.
wild, yo. That's
tough,
wild.
bro.
See,
That's tough.
see, man, doing light skin
Damn.
shit.
Yeah, light skins is up today, bro.
Right.
No, no, for real though.
Say whatever we want right now.
Oh, that's great.
While I got this, no.
Say, why we?
While I got this
can.
platform.
Nah, all right,
Misusing
man. So,
influence.
production tips. I mean, on the production conversation, if you dropped a song, you did a song, your beat. Once the song released, it's a different beat, but you still credited on the project on that song.
Yeah. Nah, I dropped this topic in the chat because this actually recently just happened to me. So I've now been on both sides of this, and so now I'm trying to figure out how I really feel about it on both sides. So I won't name any names because I'm still not even sure how I feel about this situation. But I produced a song for some people. We worked really hard on it. I didn't know, if it was coming out when it's coming. It's one of those things that we work on it. You send the files.
Gotcha.
They go back to their area. I go back to, I was here in Memphis. They went back to wherever they're from. And it's like, hey, we're going to get this mixed up. This going to come out. But this is like the niggas ain't, folks don't be dropping like that. Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
these type of people don't drop like that. They drop like strategically. It got to be in a quarter or whatever. So it's like, we don't know. It'll be on our album next year, or it might be our next single, whatever. But it was a great song. It was a good song. I felt good about it. Love. We still in contact. They sending me like mixes updated. Like, hey, okay, I like this. Let's do this. We do it. And then I was on TikTok. I think the day I put that, I'm not on TikTok. I was on Instagram scrolling through, and they had a reel with the song, and I was like, damn, this don't sound like the one.
Wow.
And then I go look up. I was like, we dropped it. But I'm thinking they just made some changes, like because the mix changed and whatever. I listened to this. It's like not what I did at all.
Wow.
But I had other people involved on there with me too. It's not what we did at all. Like it was a couple other producers on there with me.
Wow.
Wow.
And it's like it's the like the vibe is there, like the joint is there. And so I reached out. I'm like, damn, what's up? Like, yeah, man, we still gonna credit you. We're gonna whatever, spark out the percentages, whatever, all that shit, which is cool. Like I wasn't caring about that. I was caring about like pairing my name with these people or whatever. Not that they're crazy big, but it was
Well,
it was a
one
good
of the
look,
things.
and it was But so that song was like, damn, I don't know how I really feel about this. And then, I was like heated, and then I was like, damn, I actually done did this to to some people too as well. Like I've had artists I've redid whole albums of material that was done, just because, and it wasn't. I might like some of these beats I probably could have did better, but some of the opportunities I got to do this wasn't because I was better than that producer. It was because the artists fuck with me more than they didn't want to.
Yeah,
for sure.
It was a relationship thing. Like I want you to have this credit or whatever. And so I had to like scale back and be like, damn, I've probably done this to at least a few of those have actually came out, and it's like I probably done this to like a couple of people as well. And so now, I was asking the question, and I'm saying all of this, not even really having an answer, like how I really feel about it in a moment. Like I'm heated, but also, and I'm not the only producer that that's a very common thing. Like you might work with an artist, and then he might get back to Metro. And be like,
Yeah.
Metro,
Yeah.
you my nigga, and you get both. Like I want this to be produced by Metro, and Metro might throw you a co-production credit or whatever. But this is like a very normal thing. So I wonder if this one of the things is just kind of like, all right, it's a part of the game, or is it one of the things like, nah, fuck that, like. Or what can the nigga even really do? Like,
Yeah, I mean, what
like,
can
you know what I'm
you-
saying? Nah, don't drop the shit out. Like, don't drop this shit, bro. Like what's?
I think, man, I have like two immediate responses to it, that may be like knee-jerk responses. The first is like a question. Is like, I wonder if this is how so many people end up on producer credits for very simple productions.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the production can have a kick snare and a hi-hat in it and like a piano, and it'll be produced by 7 people.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is how that happens.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
To be transferred to different.
Yeah,
That's,
that's number one. Number two, man. Yeah, you know, I've seen what you're saying happen in front of me, and I, you know, and in my younger days, I was asked to take part in that. You know what I'm saying? But I think the real thing, I think the real thing is like, is trying to figure out like, you know, it's something right, fair, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I think if I'm looking at this, I'm like, all right, bet. If this is how the game moves, how do I make it to where this doesn't happen to me? And to me, it's what you just said, C-Mage. It's like, okay, like how do I brand my name? How do I make myself lit enough to where, you know, the version I produced
Is the one that got it.
is the one that gotta go, even if it's just so that you don't piss me off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
okay.
You know, because if anything can happen and nothing is fair or unfair, then it's just how do I position myself to make this least likely to happen if I have a problem.
To where you're always the option.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
The go-to.
Because that's also happened to me as a songwriter. Like, except I didn't get any credits on it, and it got put out. So, and I wrote the whole song, and they put another artist on top of my vocals as the background, and kept them as the lead, and they just got all the credit for the
That's
song.
wild.
Yo, Sonny said we had a situation similar, LJ. We had to have a conference call and everything with dude. Instead of hitting us and keeping the relationship cool, he just released the song. Damn.
Yeah, well, that was different though because it was still our beat. He just put the song out. Yeah, we weren't even done with it. It was like we wasn't done with it, but bro didn't even like finish paying for it. He just
He
it was like, nah,
he tried to get out.
Yeah, like we on God,
He
like
was like,
I'm
it's up.
He test drove the car and took that bitch.
like, look, I put
Was
him
he
on-
light skinned?
Same- He was though. He was.
Oh, you gotta look at nigga pass, bro.
Nah,
Today he passed.
Today he passed. Hey, I mean, if it would happen today, he might have got away with it.
Sonny, tell him to re-upload this shit
Re-upload.
today. Right now.
Hey, yeah. Nah, I think because that was the thing. Like I jumped on IG and this man had a whole challenge for it. I was like, bro, what? I hit him up. It's like, hey fam, hey, we gotta nah.
Hey, hold on, bro.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I will respond.
Hey, hold on, bro.
I'm not sure how I would respond in that situation because like part of me thinking like maybe I'm thinking from ego because I'm proud of my work.
Yeah.
So like if you put something out and it's not the same thing that I put into it or it's not the same beat or whatever, like do I even represent that? Like am I sharing this still? Am I talking about this song? Like yeah, my name might be on it, but me, I know that's not the beat that I made. So I'm not sure, like, how would I go about that? Because I'm also thinking, like, if this was a situation where it's like some Kanye shit and he switched it out and my name is on it, like,
That shit,
That's what I'm saying. Because I'm thinking in that situation, like you want to
That
capitalize
shit in my
on
bio.
that.
That shit
Yeah,
in
you
my
want to capitalize on that. So
I'm
I'm
gonna do a
like,
beat breakdown on them. I'm doing all of that
That's
shit.
hilarious. It's not your beat. So these hi-hats.
I'm doing all of that shit, nigga. And I'm
Hi-hat
a dare
guys,
nigga
we had
to
to
say
hit
some shit, nigga.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna bring the original down. Say this is what I brought to him. Now he switched it and did some other shit. You feel me? I fuck with what he did. You know what I'm saying?
That is hilarious.
that's funny.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, because I'm not like. Of course, it would be a conversation between me and the artist, but like, I'm not sure exactly how I would feel in that situation.
Actually, even not joking, like S1 made a whole career. Well, S1 was already a nigga before.
My Beautiful Dark.
Yeah, but what was the specific genre? 21st century schizoid, man.
Power.
Power. Yeah, so that was basically like S1 and the guy Jay Rhodes made that beat. Jay Rhodes had that whole beat, but it did not sound nothing like that. He took it to S1. S1 took out a lot of stuff, and then I think he just left the sample and then redid everything. Then he took it to Kanye, and so all of them niggas, but the lineage, like S1 was already up, but S1 really took off after that. And then same with Jay Rhodes. Jay Rhodes really took off after that too.
Right.
So that's great that you said they just put some other stuff in perspective too. But also I forgot to mention this too. And I was trying to figure out why I wasn't when I heard this song. I was on some ego shit. I was mad, but I wasn't connected with it for a reason. And I just really I left out a super important part of information. When we first started this song, they had already had. I remade another song.
Okay.
It was
wow.
so me
Wow.
and two other producers read. So it was already in a cycle of.
Damn.
So
That's
I feel like
crazy.
that's why. Because I was listening to it and I'm like, bro, why is this not? It really was like, all right, whatever. And it was really on some shit like, all right, whatever. I don't see these folks no way. Like,
Right.
I ain't got to worry about it. I was trying to figure out why I wasn't connected to it, but I forget. Like I had. And I was in the process of doing that to
You
somebody.
was
So
like-
this is really like
A ripple
a deeper
effect
thing.
of-
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like
That's
how
interesting.
I think that's really shaping how I feel about doing that now. At first it was like nothing. It was like, all right, yeah, I can do this.
Yeah.
But now I might have to step back and be like, why?
Yeah.
Or where else
What's
can
the-
I take it? Like what?
Yeah.
I think there's other questions we need to ask.
Yeah, because I've definitely been on the end of like making a beat that has like the same type of energy and stuff like that. But it was more so, it was a reference. Like someone heard a song, like, bro, this is just dope. I love this sound or whatever. Like, okay, bet I can make something like that. But I've never been on the end of the song drop, and I'm like, bro, this ain't what we did. Like,
It's a different genre.
yeah, and I think that also goes into most of the stuff that I've worked on for the most part. Like, I've had the final, I'm engineering, I'm mixing, or
Yeah.
something like that.
I feel like that's if I had a solution, that's like my main joint is just being connected. I wasn't connected with these people like that. Like we're cool, but we're not.
Yeah.
We're not locked in like I
sure.
would
For sure.
like a Puncho or a Pro or
Right,
whoever.
right.
Like that would never happen. You know,
Yeah.
if that was
Yeah.
that.
I think
Yeah,
it's wild
yeah.
too, though. Like you said, they were sending you like updated mixes, and then the song dropped. It's like
Yeah.
this
That's
was none of
fucked
this
up.
was not part of the
That's
mix.
what would have got me right
It's like,
there.
wait, what happened?
Yeah, and that was legit. I wouldn't even have reached out. Like if we had did that song, because this was years ago. At this point, I think this was a couple years ago, and it's just now coming out. So if that had happened, I just would have been like, whatever.
Yeah.
But the reason why I was like, bro, I got a couple months ago, you sent me like a whatever, like what,
Updated version.
yeah, like
Real what happened?
trolling out, like what's that? Like what's you on some Drake shit right now? Like, what's going on? But I also I feel like too, I'm like that at that time I was figuring out. I was that type of producer where I could like I wasn't remaking, but I could make a beat in the energy of
yeah.
because I was. But now I feel like I'm in a space like I really have a sound, and I just feel like I'm not susceptible to those type of.
Yeah,
I feel
that.
I don't think people are, once this sound comes out, I don't think people are gonna be like, hey, can you
Right,
come to me and do something? And
Yeah.
For sure.
and I feel like that's where I need to be leaning towards more. It's like not a sound, but of a sonic brand that's like, nah,
Right.
we can't.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And we coming to you for this specifically. That makes sense.
Yeah, I do feel like producers do that. Producers succeed at doing that the most when they have an extremely close relationship with an artist and that artist takes off. Then people see your, you know what I'm saying? Like people are much more likely to come to your world than ask you to go to theirs. But anyway, man, I hate this game. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy, bro.
Shit getting wild away. It's 2024.
I've
They
never
say
had
it's gonna
love
be
for this
wild.
game. Never. You know what I'm saying? I hate the shit we got to go through just to have some shit done the right way.
For real, though.
But
Yeah,
let me see what my man Anon says. I see this
Shout
being
out.
done on purpose by lots of beginners to piggyback off of whoever is the more popular producer and try to get that co-production. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, that's the thing. Is what C Major's talking about, I've definitely done as well. I did it in New York, you know what I'm saying? Where it was just like, and sometimes it'd be sad too because, like, you know, it's like people will pay me an hourly rate as a producer engineer to remake a beat that they just don't want to pay the original producer for.
Yeah.
And that producer doesn't have a big enough name for it to not be produced by them and it affect the song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like there's like a whole industry of like people finding young producers who are desperate to get in the game
Yep.
to get them to, like, you know, circumvent having to pay real producer costs. And that's where it's like, you know, even as I look back and I think back to that, there's definitely a shame attached to that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And it's just like, nah, I knew eerily similar after that, like, especially how much, you know, went into that, and then for that still not to amount to much at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when I would do that, I'm still not getting the credits. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still not getting nothing I can truly claim. Like, I know I did that, but it's not on Discogs.com with my name. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, man, this really ain't about shit.
It's
This
a
is-
factory.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a factory, and they're taking advantage of producers' desperation.
Yeah.
And I refuse to move in that level of desperation.
Man, you saying that, man, just reminded me of the Dilla beat, the factory joint on Donuts. And there's a lot of, like, I used to be like sit on YouTube and listen to that beat and then like dig in the comments, and there's a lot of like theories of what that beat was and what it meant. But I feel like he didn't rap on that jump, but I feel like that was the sentiment he was trying to. Because at that time, a lot of niggas was doing that to him. Like you had Janet Jackson getting, you know, getting Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis to like, you know, redo his vibes, or everybody's trying to steal his time and shit. And I feel like he was singing the factory from above. Like all of these niggas is trying to make my shit, and I'm the one. Like it just come to me like
Just come to you.
Yeah.
But I say that to say that, just to give Dilla props, that's crazy that a beat a beat with no words other than "It's the factory" looped over and over can, you know, cause so much, you know, banter or whatever.
Yeah, man.
That's like,
I'll say this, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I'm not famous. I'm not, you know, I don't have a particularly well-known name in the music industry. But I will say this, bro. Like, it is uncanny how many people take and use my ideas and then either use them to try to compete with me or just to simply act like they didn't get it from me. And I can only imagine if I was actually Dilla level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I want to point out Dilla specifically because Dilla was somebody that commercial producers knew about, but he wasn't necessarily commercially famous, which means that like I'm not saying this actually happened, but if Pharrell wanted to bite a Dilla beat, he could do it, and none of his audience even have an idea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and so and big shout out Pharrell because he 1,000% always gives props to whoever. I'm just using him as an example of like how it goes down. Is you try to find something that is amazing and popular, but just not popular to your fan base.
yeah.
And then they just snatch that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, every time I see that happen, my thought is just like, bro, there's no way to really stop this from happening. You just have to make your name big enough to where it's hard for people to do that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. You know, and the onus is on you to do that. And how far you want to go to do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
It's ugly.
it is ugly, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, it's ugly, bro.
Aw.
What else we got, LJ? We got 15 minutes.
Let's go. 15 minutes. You mixing the song in 15 minutes?
Woo!
And my mix.
How long?
Yeah, that was a great
That was a
segue.
good segue, my G. How long? You know, I posted this up on Facebook the other day. To be quite honest, I was kind of surprised at the answers. The answers were more informed than I thought they would be. But then I also remember that I'm a producer, so I attract producers. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, and then so I was going through the responses, and I was just looking for rappers, and rappers' ideas was wild. And so I was like, okay, yeah, this makes sense. All of my producer homies know what it is. You know what I'm saying? The rapper homies is like an hour,
Man.
hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm just like, yo, y'all are crazy. And so it just makes sense to me. But yeah, man, what y'all think, man? How long does it take to mix a song, bro?
I will say I am one of those ignorant people that did not know.
Salute to you.
You know,
man.
only because of what I was used to doing, even in a quote unquote, what I thought looked professional. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I thought it took a couple weeks to at least mix about 5 good songs. But as the saying goes, there is levels to it, and sometimes one song could take up those 5 days, and you not even be able to touch the other 4. So understanding that there's not really a for sure answer to give on how long does it truly take. It just depends on what you hear and how you want it to feel, how you want the music to feel, what you're trying to bring to the song and all that.
Yeah, I of course there are levels to it. But I'm in this scenario. I'm thinking if everything's perfect, I'm not fixing anything. I can say a day's work. So what, 8 to 10?
What up, Quota?
But realistically, I'm thinking, especially on the level that I'm at currently, I think about how much stuff I'm fixing before I actually start mixing, which takes up. I feel like that takes the longest.
That's right.
That's 50%, 70.
Yeah.
50 to 60%.
Facts there, like cleaning up the audio and all that type of stuff, and possibly have to. We spoke on this the other day. Possibly having to replace certain elements in the beat and stuff like that.
You remaking niggas beats, huh?
Hey, sometimes if you come to me for a desired result, I gotta do what I gotta do to make it happen. But yeah, I say everything's perfect. I say about 8 to 10.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like there's a lot of variables, of course. But like if I'm trying to make a great mix, and I don't think I've made too many great mixes in my career. Like I think a great mix is a thing that I still haven't nailed down consistently. I think I do a lot of really good mixes, and if it's a really good mix, I really do feel like I can do it in like 3 or 4 hours if I recorded the song. And if it's my beat, if I recorded the song and it's my beat, it doesn't take me long. But there's a huge caveat to all my mixes is like Matt was just saying, niggas don't be giving folks credit. I've 100% got to give Matt credit to every mix that I've done in the last however many years. I don't know how many years it's been since you gave me that template, but like everything I do, even if the vibe doesn't call for that specific, it runs through it and I adjust from there. Yeah. And so that knocks out a lot of time that I have to. A lot of my shit is cleaning up. I think one of the greatest mix projects I've ever done is my homie, my brother Marco Alexander. We did Culture Friction. I almost blanked on the name, but that was one of the most. That's when I felt like I was doing some great mixing, and that took a lot of fucking time. Like that took. I don't even know how much. I can't put it in hours because I wasn't monitoring anything. But
Marco gonna test you, bro.
Bro, that shit took a lot of fucking. Like we tuned every vocal, bro. We tuned strings. Like we spent probably a month just tuning. Bro.
I believe it.
It was,
bro.
It was just tuning, and I'm talking about we going through every syllable. You know what I'm saying? We on pedal. He's watching every note go by. Like, hey, let's tune that. Let's check the line on that one. Like shit. And if niggas know Marco, this nigga's not out of tune, bro. Like I'm saying, we tuning his shit like he's just a bad. He's not a he has
amazing.
auto tune. Yeah, he has auto tune in his vocal cords, bro.
Cam
So all we're doing is babysitting notes. Like I call it babysitting. Like we just like sitting there to make sure something like the line is good enough, and we're using wave tunes. It's not auto tune. Like we're really affecting these notes, and so that shit took a month in itself. But after we did that, I didn't even have shit leveled, and I could hit play, and this shit was amazing,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
Yeah.
like shit was all over the place, and it was amazing. So that's over half the battle. After that, it really became fun. That was at that era is when mixing. That's how I saw like. I see how niggas enjoy this shit, especially if you Brower or whoever the fuck where you get this shit already done.
Yeah.
Like this shit already done and it's sent to you, and this is I like, oh yeah,
Hey,
nigga.
what I'm saying.
hold on.
This bad.
So just so y'all know, what C Mage is saying, C Mage literally used to do for me.
Yes.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like I once I started Unapologetic, and then I had interns, and then I had assistants. A big way to help them learn was to ask them to set up the session, route things the right way, clean up the vocals, clean up everything. You know what I'm saying? Find, just literally the basic editing of a session. And C Mage used to do that for me before every mix. And so that would set me up to go in there and really focus on the emotional content, the dynamics of it, the automation of it. And that's the thing is I find like a lot of, I can't agree more. Like, when I'm, and this is real too. Like, and I love what he said about if it's his own song. Like, if I'm mixing something that was not recorded here, it's gonna take me longer.
Yeah.
It's gonna take me longer. And here's why. It's because where I learned how to be an engineer, a lot of the things engineers do once they start mixing, we were doing while you recorded.
Yeah.
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 You know what I'm saying? Like we're creating multiple playlists of vocals and vocal lining and cutting out stuff and cleaning up stuff literally while you're recording your take.
Facts.
I'm doing that on
Facts.
previous takes.
Yep.
Right? And so like when I sit down to mix, I love mixing my shit. You know what I'm saying?
You ready to go.
Because when I sit down, my rough mix sounds better than most of y'all's mixes. You know what I'm saying?
Big facts. Big facts.
Come fuck with me. Come through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll battle on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real.
You know what I'm
My
saying?
rough mix be having you thinking it's mixed. It's not.
No, big facts.
I literally ended the
true.
session and just bounced out a rough MP3.
Yeah.
That was it.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? But I do that because I'm mixing while you're recording. I'm not just recording.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And even down to the recording part, there's one thing I'll never forget is when I was up north at Quad, recording was so competitive that it was like your attention to the levels of everything was so detailed. People here pretty much just turn on 48 volts.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Put the mic in the room. Don't even make sure the
hit record,
motherfuckers be.
Yeah, nah,
I'm rapping in the mic, nigga. Like this shit sound like my nigga is down the hallway, bro.
Yeah, I record very competitively. I am attuned to the input, the gain, the peak reduction, how it's hitting the preamp, how it's hitting the compressor, which compressor, the attack, all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm recording at like whatever I can keep is like maximum audible levels without peaking, with a consistency. You know what I'm saying? When you do that, when you pay that much attention during recording, after that, it's like, it's really just the fun part, But I can always tell when I got a mix in front of me, and somebody just was just hitting record. You know what I'm saying?
Just hit the button
and didn't really care about it. So yeah, man. Whenever I get mixes from other people, I'll say this: when I get mixes from artists or from organizations where I know they meticulously go about recording, like they understand that, man, I hit play and I'll be like, oh, I'm excited. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, when I get a recording from somebody who's looking for an old rusty car to be a 2024 Porsche,
Bro.
you know what I'm saying? And then you got to finally somehow convey, like, bro, just because I have analog components does not mean I can declip your vocals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And RX can only do so much, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Before it really started taking away from the actual words,
Sound like
nigga.
AI.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so, nah, man, like, Like now a mix of mine probably takes the least amount of time, but it's only because I have interns and assistants who go in and do the editing, who go in and clean up. Like here's things that y'all don't think about, right? So like, let's say you got a lead vocal, an ad-lib track, and then you got some cool things happening left and right with your vocals, right? Here's the thing that y'all don't think about, right? Is like, let's think about taking breaths, right? Okay, you might say, take away all the breaths. That's fine. You might say, I want the breath in there so that it sounds realistic. But that doesn't mean the breaths are also in your ad-libs and the things that are panned.
Yeah.
Because then that's too many breaths, especially when things get compressed and lower things in the mix become louder, right? And so you need somebody to go in and say, okay, I want this to sound realistic, but I don't want it to sound like, I don't want too much ASMR shit just flying around.
Yeah.
Right. And so that takes somebody literally going from space to space.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Now you can go ahead and hit the Command U, you know what I'm saying? And go ahead and do that, blah, blah. But that's not perfect. You can set an attack and release for that. You still got to go in and make sure it did its job properly. And if you hire somebody who's not doing it, you're not getting the best mix you can get. You're getting somebody less detailed. And you're letting somebody run through stuff automated in an automated fashion and just pumping something out and giving it back to you. That's not, if you truly value what you're doing, you will find somebody willing to go through and comb each hair.
Yep, same with S's.
Absolutely.
DS ain't catching.
It's not. It's not. It's not.
I be hearing a lot of mixes where this shit be and it be annoying as fuck. All of that shit is super annoying to me, and I go in and meticulously we fading shit, we cutting shit like.
It's a science to it.
Nah, I definitely, I would love to have a mix off and then win and be like, I didn't mix this. I just recorded it.
It definitely makes a difference because it's music, especially when you have artists, the vocal is the main thing. So the recording process is like the thing. And if you don't take care of that, bro, good luck.
Yeah, we got a few questions. Big shout out Quota. He said, how y'all feel about engineers remixing y'all beat? When you mean remixing, do you mean like making it like changing the beat, or do you just mean like the general mix of it? Right? Like the snare sounds different, the hi-hat might be low now, things like that. So he also says, what if an engineer unmix your shit? That's a bad engineer.
That should sound
crazy.
What we paying you for?
I ain't never had that.
Actually, I prefer this without a compressor. It sounds much better.
Too much compression, bro.
I never had that ever. I did do a whole project for a guy, and he got somebody else mixed it. For one, I'm a super.
I get that, yeah.
I might be different from everybody on this panel. I'm super like, I would let another nigga mix my shit. Like I don't know.
No, me too.
I don't know.
Shit,
niggas different. Yeah, maybe I'm not the only nigga, but I'm super like. But the nigga, of course, like you got to be able to trust the nigga, and you gotta do the job. But I'm definitely like. A dream scenario is to just produce the song and then come back and be like,
that would be great. But I'm definitely on some like, all right, who's your engineer?
Yeah, who doing
like
this?
Because I've had moments of like, nah, my engineer, I'm like, all right, bro, but I had to put that like in the fine print. Like, hey, if I don't approve of this mix, bro, let me. I gotta have my own version because ain't no way because I've had that where people they did the mix and the artist like put the song and I'm like, bro. Nah,
it does not sound.
It don't sound like me. It don't sound like.
I've had that issue multiple times, but it's never with the mix. It's normally with the nigga mastering and shit. Like the master come back and be like. I had a whole project I did with a guy. I was in high school still. And I'm knowing now what I could have at the time. I just thought I did something wrong, right. But I did all the beats, sent them the beats. I didn't record it or mix it or anything. But the mixes were good. Like he sent me the mixes. I listened to them. I didn't know what the fuck I listened to at the time. This shit sounds good to me. Like it was great. But we got the masters back, and the shit was squashed as fuck. But I didn't know what. I didn't know. I just knew like the shit was just distorted and like. Dark and like the drums was not smacking but like loud. It was like, bro, what is going on?
You just straight
but I did not know how to like, bro. shout out to my nigga Ray Rebel, bro. I don't even know if my guy's still rapping. I think he still raps, bro. But we did this whole project, bro, and it was we had some. It was fire, bro. And we just listened to the master like, bro, this what's wrong? And we were both novices at this. We're not, and so we just put the shit out. We like fuck it, fuck this out, bro. But if I had known what I knew now, bro, I just would have been like, bro, give me that shit.
Yeah, I think that's
throw a
like
limiter on there.
over my journey. That's been like the hard part about like knowing what songs to go back and be like, nah, we need to get this mix right versus my eye, bro, letting it fly. Because like I be so like attached to the shit that I work on. I be like, nah, bro, and now I find myself behind schedule because now I gotta do this mix, you know. But it's like it wasn't even worth that amount of time.
Nah, we was letting fly boys back then.
Yeah.
We was trying to get.
I had to work on that, bro. I definitely had to work on that because a lot of the times, man, it's not worth the investment, the time investment you put into it.
So hold on, just to follow up with Quota. He says, let me see. He says you have certain sounds sound in a certain way. So I think what he's trying to say is like, you know, if you pass the multi-tracks over to an engineer and all of a sudden the beat just sounds different because of the way the engineer is treating your production. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'll say this, man. Like when I make music, the things I make feel like offspring to me. So, so it's like, you know, I'm like uniquely attached to what I create. But at the same time, man, like, you know, I'll say this, man. One thing that has served me well in my journey is like being able to first, and then knowing when to be a leader and when to be a follower. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like, you know, you have some people who need to always be in command, even if their command is detrimental. They need to feel like it was them who made all the decisions. You know what I'm saying? And then you have some people who don't know how to give a fucking command or stand up for anything and actually have any, you know, any sort of backbone into what they believe should or shouldn't be done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you have people who are like, hold on, wait a minute. This is what I made. But if adjusting this or changing this better suits the desired result or goal of the song for the artist, right? Yeah. And then you hit play, and I'm like, okay, that's not what I would have did, but that makes sense given the desired goal. Yeah. Then fuck it, we rolling with it. Yeah. I've definitely been in that scenario before, absolutely.
Yeah, I've been there. And I've also been on, like, again, when I had to mix the shit myself because I'm like, you clearly didn't pay attention to the reference.
Yeah, the reference is important.
Yeah, bro. It's like, it really is. And I feel like there's so many engineers that like may get a song and they just do their own thing. And that's cool. I feel like if it's your project, your song, you're locked in with the artist and the producer. But like, if you're just hired to do this job, bro, don't be freestyling my shit.
Not freestyle.
Yeah. I wonder, like, all right, let's say you did a song and you sent the multi-tracks out to be mixed, and it was one of your idols, and you got it back, and you didn't like the way it sounded, and it's not one of those like, I can see why this makes sense. It's a like, hey, I don't think my drum's knocking hard enough. Like, drums is your calling card. I don't think my drums is knocking hard enough in this, and it's not affecting the song. Like, how do you, I'm imagining if I send some shit to Crazy Mike, that's like one of my. Yeah. I'm imagining how the fuck would I like approach him? How the fuck do you say something, and how do you say something to them? Like,
man, I'm saying something off top, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm always looking for, you know, I'm never overreaching. I'm never doing too much, but when presented with the opportunity to show you I am not a beat maker, I am a producer, I will take it every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. I am not here that's just, I'm so lucky you do whatever the fuck you want to. Nah, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not going to act like I ain't been listening to fucking music and creating music and knowing the science of music more than a lot of niggas been alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not stupid for my idea. I don't care how long you've been doing it or I've been doing it. Like, this is the drums are supposed to sound like this,
Yep.
my nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
that's the thing.
For a reason,
yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
know what to live on and what to die on. What is okay and what, you know what I'm saying? If I had like some melodic, stuff in there or whatever, and somebody maybe removed a lot of the top end for it or whatever on some Drake shit, right? And and that's cool. And maybe that's not how I would have mixed it, but it's different. I'd have been like, all right, cool. But if somebody is literally removing the light, if my drums sound like Kanye shit, you know what I'm saying?
It's an issue.
Y'all know, bro. I'm being real because at the end of the day, like 10 years from now, when people look at the credits and the drums is trash, they blaming me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not having that.
Yeah.
Nah, I
feel
agree.
that.
That made me
I
think
feel you on
of an interview. Tierra Whack, she was being on Beyonce's project, and she was like, when they sent the original version over, like they like nudged her verse over, so it sounded like she was like, bro, it sounded like I couldn't rap.
Yeah.
And she was like, she was struggling with trying to figure out how to approach it because she like, nigga, that's Beyonce.
Yeah, that's why I asked that question, because it don't be these like clear cut. It's never these clear cut ass situations where you can automatically be like, and niggas be like, why you didn't do that, nigga? It was Kanye West, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
what you mean?
What you want me
know
to
what I'm
do?
saying?
Nah, bro, the greatest example of this is Jazzy. Like the
Yeah,
story
Yeah.
Jazzy has told.
Definitely.
The story Jazzy has told, that I know so many, and big shout out my G's, Coffee Black, for sponsoring.
Yeah.
Come on,
But the stories Jazzy has told publicly and to some extent privately, you know what I'm saying, about the patience of like understanding that this is a relationship-based game. And that it is not, you're not insane for considering maintaining relationships over small things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, or over things that maybe you would typically be like, nah, nigga, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, at times, she valued keeping that relationship than causing an issue. You know what I'm saying? And then other times, she would stand up for something and maybe say, fuck the relationship. But I think the point that she was making was that it's not clear cut, like do this every time. You have to be able to have discernment,
Pick your battles.
Pick your battles, absolutely, and know what is there to gain or lose before you. It's a chess match. You know what I'm saying? And I think her success, and more importantly, the fact that every time it looks like she's reached the peak, the next year it's something bigger, and then the next year it's something bigger. You know what I'm saying? And then every time you mention Jazzy's name, anytime you see somebody mention Jazzy's name, it's with so much adoration and love. You know what I'm saying? And so like, man, she really is killing the networking side of this. Like, she really is. She's got a lot of people in her favor to support the amazing talent that she has. And so when you look at it like that, there is no clear cut like do this, do that. Like it's like, nah, discernment. Like, you got to know when to do this and when to do that.
Man, I know we run out of time, but also speaking on the other side of it, on the engineering side, bro, some of these producer beat makers, they're not really good at making beats. On some, like, the artists come through like, yeah, this the vibe, this the beat or whatever, but like when it comes to mixing and making this a song, I have to make this a song. There's so many songs, like beats I've had, I'm like, bro, it's just like a 4-bar loop and that's it. I'm like, this is supposed to be the whole thing. Like, producer or beat maker, they don't even reach back like on some, like, and that could just be a character thing with me, because I know if I send something out, I'm like, I bet once it's recorded, let me, on some post-production type shit, let me arrange it, let me actually produce this song. But it's so many times I'm mixing something, I'm like, okay, how do I turn this into a song? Because the producer, beat maker, whatever, they didn't leave me, they didn't give me anything. So sometimes it's necessary as the engineer to remix the beat, so to speak.
Yeah, this quota just asked, he said, how y'all feel about producers adding sounds to your beat without your consent? Again, man, like I personally feel like, bro, like, if I'm not a control freak, you know what I'm saying? Like, in that regard, like, if somebody added something to it and it was to the detriment, and I truly feel objectively it was that, not just my ego, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody added something to it, and I'm like, oh
hard.
damn, that's hard. But
Yeah.
nah, keep that.
Man,
Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's something that we also practice here at Unapologetic,
Yeah.
which is like a kind of selflessness when it comes to creating music. Like, you know, one of our sessions, which, you know, I mean, just as an example, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, last week? Yeah, last week, you know, I'm called in on a session to be the producer of it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm also calling in other people I know who are just creative maniacs, you know what I'm saying? To be able to add and do things I wouldn't have thought of, you know what I'm saying?
We want the ideas.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not afraid to share quote unquote credit or whatever if the product is better.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's all about. Is just the discernment about checking your ego in a way to make sure that are we helping or hurting the product?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's. I feel like we talked about this before, but I think that sentiment is why music is seemingly in a place that it is in now. I think so much is like. I feel like the majority of people making big records now aren't caring about the product of like the music. They're caring about like the numbers.
Yeah.
Like how many
Yeah.
points do I get on
That's
this
right.
record?
That's right.
I got a terrible ass publishing deal, and I gotta have 50% points on all my records for it to be a record.
Yeah.
And if I don't
that's real.
if I don't have 10
Wow,
records,
for real.
then I'm gonna be stuck in this deal for
Ah,
so
man.
I need
That's
these 50% so I can start getting my 100% of my publishing because I'm
That's
hot now.
tough.
Yeah.
And I'm only hot for a year. Like
Right.
next year I'm not gonna be hot. And so I feel like it's a rush to like get those points and get out of these deals so they can like I feel like all of that stuff which again is why 100% feel mad and it's like fuck this and like fuck all of this shit because
man.
these niggas don't love music, bro. Like niggas will not sit the number when I know whether I can work with a nigga or not, if I can't sit and have an hour conversation with you about if we talking about hoes and shit in the studio, it's a wrap, bro. If we
Right,
can't sit
right.
and have an hour conversation about just music, you don't love this shit,
It's
bro.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
no, I think all the time how, like, the music business, if you love business, you'll love the music business. If you love music, you'll
That's
hate
right.
the music business.
That's right.
Like,
That's
right.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
you know, like, and it's sad, but I feel you so much, C-Mage. Like, I feel like if you're trying, like, I've recognized this about myself in a myriad of ways, where it's like one of the key reasons, and big shout out to anybody who ever wanted to intern for me or learn something here. You're about to learn something. Is like, you know, I remember, you know, 20 years ago when, you know, reporters were asking Michael Jordan, they said, yo, Jordan, man, like, you know, you trying to buy a team, you know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't you get into coaching first? You know what I'm saying? And Jordan said, I don't know how to interface and interact with people who don't love this game as much as I do.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel that 1,000% to the point where it's like, you know, and I tell my interns this now, you know what I'm saying? I tell the people who graduated from interns, like, I really can't help you until I know you love this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm gonna be real, like, somebody can help you. I'm not saying you can't be helped.
Right.
Just ain't
You know what I'm saying?
It's just not
I'm
me.
just saying, I am fucking obsessed with this shit.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not anywhere close to that, the language I'm speaking to you will not resonate. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not gonna understand how you go about getting better because I know about getting better when you're obsessed. Like,
Yeah.
That's
you know,
right.
like I am not going to think reasonably. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest.
That's fair.
I'm being honest. Like,
Yeah.
if you want someone reasonable, then you shouldn't have came to a guy who literally removed his face to show you how much he does what he does.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no, you should go to a guide whose name is Jeff. You know what I'm saying? Who makes
Some
beats.
professor,
Yeah. Like, and he can tell you how to do that. And, you know, on Sundays and Saturdays, go out to the park. That's not my experience.
Right.
I live this. I breathe this.
Every
like,
day.
yeah, exactly. So, like, if you want to benefit from my experience was obsession. And so I realized, like, okay, but I still want Unapologetic to be able to help people who may not have felt as deeply as I do. So that's why now, right, when we have interns, when we pull in new people who want to learn, you know what I'm saying, they don't deal with me. They don't. Like I look at myself now as like, a master's degree college professor, right? And so when you got people trying to learn things in 3rd and 4th grade, they ain't talking to me. Yeah. They talking to somebody who teach elementary school. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I do this too much. Go back to ABCD.
Yeah.
I'm trying to speak in the matrix. You know what I'm saying? When you want to learn matrix code, come holler at me. Mm-hmm. But until then, like, nah, like, go and learn your, algebra. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real. But I love leaving the door open for those people to sit and watch and observe.
That's the
Always.
Only way you know.
Always.
Right.
That's the only way.
You know.
That's the only way. You know what I'm saying? But I look at that, and I do that with everything now. It's just realizing, like, no, I don't have to be accessible. I don't have to be the guy in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm extreme. I've been intense my whole life. Like, people should opt into that. I should not opt into, like, not being extreme. I did all of this so that I could be me.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Not to be who you want me to be. That's not what I did this whole life for. I worked harder than all of you motherfuckers. Why? To be what you want me to be? Fuck no.
Right. Right.
Fuck
right.
no. It's to be me. And so you choose. I'm going to be me. You know what I'm saying? Unapologetically.
Period.
Yeah.
And cut.
Yeah. And on that note, man, we over time. You know what I'm saying? So, any last words?
The streets.
Streets?
I think I should get the last word.
Yeah, it's your day, bro.
Yo, lights
So-
skins is up. Matter of fact, let me
Can
put
I get the camera?
I got
It's
it.
420, so only light skinned
Excuse me.
smokers get to.
Excuse, well, if you really want to go there,
Close up there.
if we really want to go there, ain't no light skinned nigga smoking more than me.
No.
Dark skin,
Not
white
having
skin,
This has been
whatever,
a
bro. I don't want to get his. I don't want to get his canceled. I won't name no other type of skins on this motherfucker. But you know
Available
what I'm
on
saying?
Android and
I just want to
iOS
say I
devices.
want to speak for the light skinned delegation right now. Hey.
There you go, nigga.
That's it.
I'm done.
That's all I gotta say. You feel me? They know that.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. And if
Yo,
you
big
don't,
shout
you
out
know.
Gabby in the comments. Light skin is in the building. Unapologetic light skin is in the building. Big shout out my man 35. Yo, matter of fact, let me read 35's quote. You know what I'm saying? Before I go out, bro.
gosh.
Let me read 35's quote, man. So I put in our group chat, yo, light skins is up. You know what I'm saying? And my man 35 Miles said, I've been waiting on this moment damn near my whole life. I was in middle school when Kanye said he was going to make sure we never came back and stopped.
How you feel now, Ye? Come on, bro.
Yeah, where you at, bro?
Yeah, where you at?
Light skins is up.
Come on, bro.
Damn,
Now,
bro.
Chris Breeze, shout out Drake.
Oh my God. What about your girl? Oh, you gotta leave it.
Nah, we.
Yo, come on, man.
Come on, bro.
Hold on.
It's a light skinned day, bro.
Yeah. And on that note, you know what I'm saying? On that note, damn, bro, switch it up. Yeah. That joint won't come back to the rap game, bro. You know what I'm saying? To stay on the light skin. On that note, man, this is I Make Mad Beats. My cast is
LJ1S.
Light skinned C major. Yeah.
Unique, period.
Indeed. And we got Jackson in the building as well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Indeed. And this has been Tight Beat. Y'all be safe, stay dangerous, do both or do neither. We out. Peace.
Yeah.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit, here we go again.